Have you ever felt like she replaced you? Like you were nothing more than a phase she outgrew? One day, you're her world, her everything, the man she swore she'd never let go of. The next, she's in someone else's arms, laughing, glowing, and you're left standing there, like a ghost in a memory no one talks about, like you never existed. But hear me now, this isn't where your story ends. This is where your power begins. Because if you do this right, she won't just think of you, she won't just remember you, she'll obsess over you, she'll question her new man, and she'll beg to return to what she once took for granted. No begging, no chasing, no games, just strategic, stoic dominance, quiet mastery of yourself. So listen closely, because we're about to unlock something most men never realize. Do this, and she will beg you to come back, even if she's with someone else. When a man finally stops chasing, when he finally goes silent, a shift happens. You see, most men fall into the same emotional trap. She leaves. He panics. So what does he do? He texts. He calls. He floods her with "I miss you" messages. He offers explanations. He apologizes for things he didn't even do. Why? Because society told him that action equals value, that the louder he shouts, the more he proves he cares, that his worth lies in his willingness to beg. But here's the truth. Constant presence without purpose leads to emotional invisibility. Let me make this crystal clear. Your words won't bring her back. Your silence might. You want to shake her core? Make her feel your absence like a hole in her soul. Make her wonder, why isn't he reaching out? Has he really moved on? Is there someone else? Human nature hates a vacuum, especially hers, because her mind feeds on attention and familiarity. And when you vanish, truly vanish, she doesn't just notice, she feels it. She expected you to be there forever. Now you're the unknown. And brother, mystery is the most addictive drug the female mind can consume. It's not about making her jealous, it's about becoming a ghost with gravity, the kind that haunts her at 2 a.m. while she's lying beside someone who doesn't make her feel what you did. A man who chases becomes a footnote. A man who rebuilds becomes a legend. Let's get one thing straight. You're not going to win her back with a text. You're not going to win her back with a playlist or a public breakdown on social media. You win her back by becoming the man she thought you couldn't become. And that man doesn't talk, he works. Don't pick up your phone. Pick up your discipline. Hit the gym, not for revenge, but to remind yourself what strength feels like. Focus on your finances, not to flex, but to reclaim your sovereignty. Read, learn, master a skill, build something, not to impress her, but because she is no longer your priority. You are the version of you she left behind. He deserved to be left. He was too available, too emotional, too reliant on her validation. But the man you're becoming now, he doesn't chase, he doesn't explain, he evolves. And when she finally sees that shift, when she stumbles across your photo months later, when she hears from a friend that you're glowing, focused, and untouchable, she won't recognize you. She'll see someone who doesn't even need her anymore. And that realization, that is the beginning of her regret. Let me speak plainly. She's watching. Even if she blocked you, even if she's with someone else, even if she swore she was done, she's checking. She wants to see if you're broken. She wants to see if she still has power. But the real question isn't whether she's watching, it's, what is she seeing? If she sees desperation, she breathes relief. She thinks, I made the right choice. If she sees silence, if she sees focus, if she sees you leveling up in complete quiet, she begins to panic, because silence is the one thing she can't interpret. It's not rejection. It's not pursuit. It's not anything she can control. And when a woman can't control the narrative, she starts creating one in her head. He must have found someone else. He's really over me. Did I mess up? You've heard of reverse psychology. This is it. Not through words, but through unshakable detachment. You are no longer emotionally dependent. You are no longer the predictable man. And to her, unpredictability is magnetic. The man she thought she had in the palm of her hand is now a mystery with momentum. And that shift, that psychological uncertainty, that's when her mind begins to spiral. She starts replaying memories. She starts comparing you to the man she's with now. She starts feeling your absence more than she ever felt your presence. That's not manipulation. That's masculine restraint. That's stoic power. Here's what they never taught you growing up. The one who needs less always holds the power. when you stop checking her Instagram, when you stop replying within seconds, when you stop chasing explanations or apologies, you trigger a shift in emotional gravity. She begins to feel it. Not because you said something clever, but because energy doesn't lie. Women are tuned into energetic shifts. They feel it before they can explain it. And when she feels that you're no longer chasing, no longer hoping, no longer waiting, that uncertainty sparks attraction, not because she loves chaos, but because she respects calm control. You see, power isn't yelling, it's walking away and meaning it. The man who can walk away calmly, who can choose peace over persuasion, is the man who owns the room, even in silence. Every woman knows this, even if she won't say it aloud. The man who doesn't chase her is the man every other woman will. And now, for the first time, you're not just a man she once dated, you're the man she can't stop thinking about. Because you became something she never expected, unreachable. You don't need to tell her you've changed. You don't need to announce your growth. Let her feel it, in the silence. Silence isn't emptiness, it's strategy. It's the calm before a storm she didn't see coming. Once upon a time you were predictable. You'd react, you'd reach out, you'd show up, even when she stopped showing up for you. Now, you're a ghost with presence. You're gone, but she can't escape you. Imagine this. She walks into a room. Your name isn't mentioned. You're nowhere to be seen. But something lingers. It's your absence, your energy, the silence that says, I no longer need you. And that silence, it whispers louder than your most passionate pleas ever could. Why did he stop caring? Why is he glowing now? Why do I still think of him when I'm with someone else? Those questions will echo louder the longer you say nothing, because you're no longer broadcasting pain. You're radiating power, unshaken, unreachable, undeniably changed. This isn't revenge. This is self-respect, wrapped in silence. And when she feels that silence more deeply than she ever felt your presence, she'll know. She lost something rare. Not because you said so, but because your silence proved it. You gave too much, too fast, too often. That ends now. From this moment forward, you become selective. You are no longer a man anyone can reach. You are no longer emotionally on demand. You don't reply to every message. You don't answer every call. You don't share your life like an open book, not to punish her, but because your energy is now expensive. Scarcity creates value, and the less she has of you, the more she will want. You see, most men give away their access like free samples, hoping someone sees the value, but kings do not chase attention. They attract it by being rare. Your new mantra, my time is earned, my focus is sacred, my peace is non-negotiable. And here's what happens when you become that man. She starts to question everything. Why isn't he responding like before? Why can't I feel his energy anymore? Why do I care more now that he's silent? Because she never valued your constant access. It was too easy. Now you are elusive. You're not cold. You're powerful. And that shift in energy, that tension, that contrast between who you were and who you are now, that's what triggers desire. Most men try to replace their pain with distraction. They date new women, they fake smiles, they pretend they've moved on. But real men don't replace, they rebuild. Let her jump into a rebound relationship. Let her post filtered photos with someone new. You're not in a race to be seen, you're in the process of becoming unseen, so powerful in your rebirth, she won't recognize the man you're becoming. You don't need a new woman, you need a new version of you. This is your metamorphosis, this is your personal evolution. Brick by brick, you rebuild from the ashes of her absence. She broke the boy. You're becoming the man, no announcement, no status updates, just undeniable proof that you used the heartbreak as fuel, not failure. By the time she circles back, if she does, you won't be standing there waiting. You'll be standing taller, stronger, clearer, calmer. She'll see you and realize, the man I left doesn't exist anymore. And what she'll crave the most, the version of you she never got to love. Because that man was forged in silence, not for her, but in spite of her. Let me give you the final truth. You don't need revenge. You need indifference. You don't need her to come crawling back. You need to stop caring whether she does. This is the real test of power. Not when you move on physically, but when you detach emotionally. True strength is when she sends that "Hey stranger" text and your heart doesn't skip a beat. Not because you're bitter, but because you're better. Revenge is noisy. Indifference is absolute. It's not about ghosting her. It's about being so centered, so fulfilled, that her return no longer shifts your world. She may come back, she may not. But you? You're not waiting. You're not watching her stories. You're not checking mutual friends. You're not decoding her captions. You're living, focused, disciplined, driven. Because you've discovered the truth. Your peace is more valuable than her presence. And if she does come back, you'll be the one who decides if she even gets access to the new you, because you no longer give out entry passes to people who walked out the first time. So the next time you feel that urge to reach out, don't. The next time you wonder if she's thinking of you, understand this. If you evolve in silence, if you disappear with dignity, if you rebuild your mind, your money, your body, your soul, she will feel you, even while lying next to someone else, because energy doesn't lie. And the man who transformed without announcement becomes unforgettable. Let her go. Let her watch. Let her wonder, because the man who begs is forgettable. The man who transforms is undeniable. So ask yourself this: do I want her back? Or do I miss the version of me that needed her? Because the moment you become the man who no longer needs her to feel complete, that's the moment she starts needing you, and if she ever comes back, it won't be on her terms, it will be on yours, because now you don't chase, you choose.